Hey there. On this teacherpreneur journey, we are always looking out for new ways to teach in a way that's effective for kids, but also help us be more present in our home life. At least that's what I'm doing. So if you're up for that challenge, I would love to invite you to learn more with me about flex classes. This is a journey I've been on, and I've got some early thoughts. Let's go. So a few weeks ago, I got introduced to the idea of flex classes. Now, I had heard about these on OutSchool a long time ago. These are pre-recorded, kind of flexible schedule classes that kids can take. I thought that was a really cool idea, as long as there was some meaningful stuff beyond a YouTube video. As somebody who homeschools their own kids, who uses a lot of YouTube videos to kind of give kids a little taste of a subject or a topic, that's great. That's helpful. It's free. However, there's always like a lack of extra interaction. Now, that's where flex classes come in and where I've seen them do really cool things. My kids have, you've on this channel, if you've been around for a while, you know Abby Allen. She teaches art online. She's created a fantastic art course at Art Venturous Animals. You're welcome to go check her out. But my kids did her free lessons that give you a taste of the art class, and it's fantastic. They love the videos. They've rewatched them, I think, about 3 times now. We've printed out the worksheets, and she gives you a really good idea of what this can look like. For me, I'm not an artist, so I'm teaching literature, reading comprehension, writing, public speaking. So I've got all these ideas spinning around in my head of different flex classes I can teach. Therefore, I'm going to get started, and I already have. I'm ready to show you guys a little bit of what this can look like. Now, these are my early days ideas. I have not sold a single flex class. I just want to show you what this can look like as you create, and some different ideas, and also some tripping points where some stumbling blocks. Let's call them stumbling blocks as you work on your flex classes. So in just a second, I'm going to show you what it looks like on teachmetruth.com and Udemy. These are the 2 places that I've chosen to start with. They require you to put your own materials up. I know on Teach Me Truth, there is an option for someone else to do it for you. I think it costs a little bit more in terms of a commission. And I was willing to and wanted to have that experience on my own. So I went ahead and do that. So I'll show you in just a minute. But for me, this has been a really cool process of using materials that I've already taught, and I know what it looks like to teach these classes. If you're starting out with just a brand new idea, I would say pretend teach it, or teach it to a group of real children and see what their reactions are. You're going to get really valuable feedback as to how this activity works, what questions they might have, what comments they might have, what areas they might need a little bit of an extra demonstration or explanation in. I decided to start with some book studies. I already had the materials, and I knew what I was going to say to students. So I had a good idea of what this would look like. I started out with some of the classics, A Wrinkle in Time, Holes, Bud Not Body, which I had never heard of, unfortunately, as a kid, but it is such a great way to teach history through literature, get a little taste of the Great Depression, as well as some civil rights topics that are really important, especially today. So it is a really cool look, I think, into what these books can do. And it required me to stretch a little bit in terms of what I was willing to record and put up onto these platforms. So I hope that you'll enjoy taking a look behind the scenes of what it looks like to post a course on Udemy and Teach Me Truth. And we'll see. I guess that's the moral of the story. We'll see how this goes, because again, I have not sold anything. I literally finished my 3rd course yesterday and have gotten it up on these websites. So when the recording is done, for me, that was the most intense process. My editing was very minimal on these videos, so there was no need to spend hours doing that. You may feel like you want to for your classes, and that's great. That's what's going to make you stand out. For me, that was not going to be a big point of sale in terms of my students and my flex classes. So I'm looking forward to it. As you start to create a course, there are a few things that seemed mysterious to me at the beginning, but have since become become much more clear. So as you create a course, at least on Teach Me Truth, there are tags that you're going to add, some SEO settings, but it's just the basic information in there. I can add a certificate if I want to. Then coming to curriculum, this is where my materials are going to live. So I'm adding in the different lessons, adding in my PDFs and videos. It's a very easy kind of puzzle piece type system. So I've got some instructions, the questions that I'm giving them, and my video that I recorded. You've got lots of options to add in there, and there's lots of clone features, which is fantastic, so that you can do this really efficiently. There's also a kind of page funnel type setup. So obviously this is a new class, so I haven't sold anything yet, but I just want you to see that there is everything is all set up for you. Very cool option for those first flex classes on Teach Me Truth. Hey there, I just wanted to share one other way that I've been using Teach Me Truth. This is something that I added in after filming that first part of what you just watched. This is Teach Me Truth from the client or customer point of view. And if you scroll down here, I have actually made 2 of my lessons free. Now, this is all part of my Wrinkle in Time study. So if people want to go past chapters 1 to 4, then they're going to need to purchase the course, but it gives them a good idea of what's out there. So I just wanted to share that as well. People can take a look at this and they can kind of get a feel for what this is going to look like. Udemy is a little bit different. So when you look at Udemy, you've got your courses. Now I can click new course and create something new, but I've already started working on 3 of my courses now. 2 of them have been approved. 1 is submitted for review. So that's the one I can show you. The other ones are done and gone. I cannot do anything to them apparently. But when you're putting together your course, obviously you're going to have a title up here. See where it says 42 minutes of video content uploaded. You need at least 30 minutes. That was something I did not know before. Then you've also got some intended learners. You're going to look at different learning outcomes and any requirements that they might need, as well as getting into your filming. And you don't film straight in here. You film wherever you want and then upload here. Something I love about the Udemy website is the bulk uploader. So you can upload, 10 videos and 10 PDFs, and then they'll process. They have to process all the videos, which is cool and not cool at the same time. And then they will process them, and then you can add them to your section. So these sections, again, here's how I've broken them down. There may be a better way. I may discover something else in the future, but these are my early thoughts, right? So chapters 1 to 4 of this book. In here, I've got the explainer video. You have to have some sort of content in here. It could be an audio or a video or an article, I believe. Those are your options. So once you've got the content there, then I've got the instructions as well as the downloadable materials. So that's their vocabulary packet. For chapters 1 to 2, we've got the discussion video that I recorded. They're all about 4 to 5 minutes. I didn't do that on purpose. It was just what I needed for each video section of chapters. So that was important to me to have a good amount of time to discuss these questions for kids. And then gave them instructions, and then they're printable. So, it's pretty straightforward. You cannot add links to this. That is not allowed, outside links. So just keep that in mind. Once you do that, you'll prep your course landing page. This is title, your subtitle, description. So I've just broken down each class, different categories that it's going to be in. The course image, this was interesting to me. You cannot have text on your course image. They say that distracts from sales. So anyway, I just did the background image that I've been using for the rest of my videos, and boom shakalaka, done. So they'll give you feedback. They asked me to take out a link because I had a link to a Nearpod lesson. What else? I had like one typo that I didn't realize was in there, and no emojis. Can't have emojis. So course feedback, they'll do that. It's submitted for review. So I've already checked off the 2 things that they wanted me to fix, and it should be done in 2 days. So we'll see how it goes. I
I
look forward to hearing your comments. Are you planning on doing a flex class in the future? Where would you host it? What topics would you explore with your students? And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for doing what you're doing. It is important. Happy teaching.